I'm buzzing.
Good.
I'm full of energy for today, mate. I'm good.
Good to hear it.
Anything good on TV coming up this weekend by any chance, Connor?
Yeah, man. This weekend?
This weekend, anything
This
good?
weekend?
And just like, what are you thinking? There could be something on TV. What's it going to be?
I'm trying to find something else for a joke, but I can't. It's Empire of Death, Aiden. It's the series final of Series 1 of Doctor Who.
What a surprise.
Doctor Who.
How are we feeling, man? Like
About Empire of Death?
We'll get to that. Today's going to be our preview pod of Empire of Death, where we look ahead and give theories and all that.
How am I
but
feeling?
just how are you feeling? I mean, Doctor Who-ish. Let's start there, and then maybe we can go a little bit. How are you?
I'd had enough. I was really mad.
You'd had enough.
I was at the pub yesterday and I was saying some shit that was like unhinged. I was like, I just need a break from the show. Like I'm looking forward to it. Like I'm looking forward to it ending and having a bit of a break because I feel like I can't take it anymore. And I think it mostly has to do with like, because I do this show, I read so many people's opinions and I have so many theories and I read so many theories and I read so many
Keep them coming,
reviews
by the way.
Yeah, keep them coming. I'm just saying, and I've been doing live streams and we've been doing 2 shows a week and we've been getting up early. It's just been a lot. I was feeling that way, at least, I think. I'll hold back a little bit on how I'm feeling now. How about you? I feel like you're feeling the exact same.
No, I'm excited.
Wow, because you were quite...
I feel like I distanced myself from Doctor Who over the last week and a half, 2 weeks. Like I watched the show. I did our show.
I hope you did watch it.
And I was just making it up the whole time.
The whole time. Well, I wasn't there for Rogue.
You weren't there for Rogue. But like, I just sort of like, I've not been like actively engaged in stuff over the last fortnight. Today was really cool because we're going to read your opinions on Legend of Ruby Sunday very soon. And it was the first time I sort of went deep into the comments, to be honest, and started reading those. And, pretty mixed response, I'd say. Like some people really like it, obviously. And actually more people than I thought actually didn't really like it. So
yeah, it wasn't a Dot and Bubble situation, which I thought it was going to be.
No, Dot and Bubble was like you guys versus us. And that was really, really fun.
I was really expecting it to be like that in the comments, and it actually wasn't. So that was a nice surprise, at least.
Yeah, man.
Because I was worried about that a little bit, just for my own mental health's sake.
I know it's a lot. It's a bloody train when it comes in.
Yeah.
So feeling not keen for the big finale?
I am now.
Oh my god, this guy! I've got a fucking hunch that this guy has rewatched The Legend of Ruby Sunday, and he's a changed man. Oh, I'm a bit scared actually.
Keep listening to find out.
Okay, all right. So on that note, guys,
changed man.
Coming up, we're going to look back on The Legend of Ruby Sunday. We're going to see if our opinions have changed after a second watch and a couple of days to soak that shit in. We're going to go through your opinions of The Legend of Ruby Sunday. We're either going to upgrade them or we might even delete them.
Boo.
And then we're going to go ahead and look all the way to Saturday.
Ruby Saturday. Yep.
Previewing The Empire of Death.
The series finale.
Now, just before we get into the intro, which as always, we have to say, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on Twitter and Instagram @50Doctor, on TikTok @50Doctor Who.
Yep.
And
Kofi.
Yeah, do all the stuff. It's all linked down below. Yeah. But we do have to say, we've got a lovely little intro on this podcast that we like to play. A few weeks ago on the pod, I said, hey, we were reviewing the Bridgerton episode of Doctor Who, and Bridgerton notoriously has like pop covers, like pop songs covered into a like strings, orchestral version, violin version, which Doctor Who did as well.
Yep.
And I said, hey, I wanted to try and figure out a version. I wanted to figure out how to do that for our theme for that episode, Shake It Up. Realized I was nowhere near talented enough. Left the conversation there.
But
shout out to the Real Ball.
Oh yeah,
on Twitter,
Mr. Ball.
Mr. Ball.
He's on the ball.
Absolutely on the ball, mate.
He's on the ball.
Let's get into the theme. Better late than never. It's the 50% Bridgerton theme.
50% pop cat.
Ball, thank you. That is
so.
I listened to that. Oh, sorry. There is more. This is the outro here. Hold on. Maybe I can I'll just fade this into the background. Hey.
So how do you think they did it?
Just pure talent that I don't have.
Because they were in the live stream on Friday night when I played it for everybody, and yeah, I didn't ask actually.
I think just raw talent.
It must be because like it generally. Yeah, I really love it. I'm really glad that this exists. It really meant a lot to me.
It was the first thing I saw on like Wednesday, Thursday morning, whenever it was that it came out. How good is this?
Yeah, that is sick.
And yeah, it was the first thing I saw, and my day was just made.
Yeah, I agree. I saw you retweet it, and I was like, "There's no way someone's done this," and they did.
So thank you, Ball, for your time.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's just like, yeah, it really was just amazing, and yeah, keep that stuff coming.
Keep it coming,
good,
baby.
We'll talk about it on the show,
mate. Last
if
Saturday,
it's not, we won't.
We'll just politely ignore.
Politely ignore, yeah.
Last Saturday, mate, Legend of Ruby Sunday came out.
Yeah.
We watched it. We reviewed it. We used terms like...
we saw, we conquered.
We called it words like a soft dick. I said hollow. I think we enjoyed it, but we were left with it maybe being a little bit empty. Like, not enough story, just more rehashing of stuff was sort of, I think, sums up our thoughts in the episode. I, at the time, gave it a 6, and you oh, what? Sorry.
50,
What the fuck?
50%. Pop, pop.
Oh my god. No. The algorithm loves it so much that it's just decided to play it.
My god, they're in the system.
Ball was like, keep playing it, play it more.
Play my tune.
So I was saying, we both gave Legend of Ruby Sunday a 6.
Yeah.
And now we both rewatched it. How do you think now? What do you feel? Where's your score leaning?
How do I feel?
Yeah.
Me? Little old me?
I'm asking you, baby.
Okay.
Let's go.
Listen here, motherfuckers.
I'm listening, and I am a motherfucker.
I went
That's a joke.
I rewatched it today, and I'm gonna be honest, I really didn't want to. I was just like, I'm really just over this. I don't know if I'm vibing this year. I don't know if I'm vibing the characters.
There's
like,
an
I feel
arc.
like
There's an arc coming here. I can feel it from you.
a what?
There's an arc.
An
A
arc?
character arc for Connor here.
Look, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I think as much as I love to act like I came in on Saturday, like, I'm not expecting anything because, you know, I already know it's gonna be Sutek. I think expecting like a big reveal that was surprising to me. And I think that was the problem for me personally going into the episode, because going into it now knowing that it's Sutek, I'm having an absolute blast, baby.
Really?
I can't help it, Aiden. I'm sorry.
Gee whiz. You're one of those 10 out of 10 perfect episodes,
I ain't
guys.
saying that. I do think it's a very part 1 episode.
Yeah. The most of all time. Part 1's part 1.
But I saw a comment that like, and I don't think it should be like this because it should stand on its own 2 feet. But I did see someone say, like, I think when this is like attached to part 2, it's going to feel like one really big like movie. And I'm super keen for that. I'm not really letting it go for like an excuse where like, I think this episode is very similar to Impossible Planet and Satan's Pit, which is kind of ironic because the voice actor did the devil. I think
Gabriel Wolf, I want to say. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Something like that.
Part 1 of that episode, like, I'm not saying you should watch part 1, not watch part 2, but it's like part 1, it just stands on its own and it's so good. And it ends with intensity, and that cliffhanger is so great. I think I was just being grouchy and a bit moody, and I think that it was my first thoughts. I'm going to give it a 7 3/4.
3/4, mate. Send it here.
I really just generally thought I think I was being quite harsh on it.
Okay.
And I think I've been quite harsh on Russell, particularly maybe behind closed doors, where I'm like, why did he come back?
You were quite rough. I think you were sad.
I was just, I think I take it a bit, I can take it a bit personally, and I know I shouldn't. I think I just care so much about it. And I think I was just a little bit too in the sauce with the whole idea that it's gonna be this big thing. And I think now, once all those expectations were like stripped away and I knew that it was Sutek at the end, I think that helped me massively. and I ended up just really enjoying it. I felt the intensity. I think I enjoyed the pacing a lot more. The ending worked a lot better for me. I actually kind of do give a shit that it's Sutekh now. I'm very keen to rewatch watch Pyramids of Mars. And I'm excited for Empire of Death. That's a long way of saying that I changed my mind. Which I think it's the first time this series I changed my mind. I changed my mind.
We both increased our Dot and Bubble scores.
Right.
I'm not sure about the others. I think maybe Boom, you boosted up even further. I'm not sure.
But I think what I'm more trying to say is I think this is when I've definitely had like quite a big change of heart.
Yeah, you're not just changing your score, you're changing your heart.
My heart's kind of changed. I can't deny it. I actually was a bit of a simp for this episode.
Can you guess how I feel?
Well, I saw your ratings on socials, so I'm guessing you enjoyed it a little bit more, but probably not as.
I'd say I enjoy it a fraction more.
6.5.
6.5 is correct. I'm upping mine by 0.5.
Okay.
Purely because I think the ending's great. I think as much as it's fucking lame as shit, the Sutekh anagram is just bullshit.
It was the wrong anagram.
What is this fucking god of death doing creating anagrams? Bollocks. But it makes a really cool twist. I think it's really exciting. I think Murray does great there. I think the direction's great there. I think so awesome the part where it's like the trickster is the god of tricks. And it's like, it's almost like got a rhythm to it as it goes through them all. I think that is fantastic. That last 5 minutes is proper edge of your seat Doctor Who. But man, I still think that, especially that time window sequence, I just get bored. Like, I'm seriously like, we're just still doing this. Are we still doing this? And I said it on the review pod, and I'll just say it again here. I think Russell knew the cliffhanger that he wanted, and I don't know if he had enough story to fill out 45 minutes to get there.
Right.
And I think for me, it creates some pretty boring sequences. But I think Kate's great. I really think Kate's great. And I think it sucks that Ruby sideline. That's a big L for me in this episode. I think it is rubbish that in the story that it's sort of supposed to be breaking her down doesn't really deal with her at all.
Yeah, I actually do agree with all that stuff. I don't know.
But if you enjoyed the episode, that's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just enjoying like the unit dynamic with like Morris and shit.
Morris is great. I love Morris.
There's that, I forget his name. There's that like soldier who could be like the new Benson. Like,
Abraham?
I hope they start building this stuff up.
I like it.
You know, I think when the episode starts, it's kind of like a cool vibe. It's a lot going on, I think.
Slightly rushed as well.
It's a bit Lenny Rush. Get it?
Got him.
And I really don't know how it's going to go down with an audience who doesn't know who Sutekh is. It's a big reveal for something that a lot of people won't know.
A lot of people I've spoken to actually quite like the Sutekh thing without knowing who Sutekh is. So that's
great. That's good. Great.
Yeah.
And I really love the Mel and Doctor stuff.
Yeah.
Particularly when she's like, get up off your ass, you know, kind of thing. I think that you could really tell they've had a history together.
Yeah.
And I do. That.
I still think Mel's underused in the episode, but
sure.
Yeah. I think it's a shame that Mel's come back and we haven't really had a Mel episode. She's just been part of Unit. I think it would have been great to have had like school reunion. You know,
that's a good point.
So I think that's a big shame. But hopefully we get a lot more of Mel next week. We can only hope. Just before we jump into Upgrade or Delete, it is worth saying though that in the past, in all of our Doctor Who reviews, we have given two-parters a single score and not individual scores.
I swear we both gave them different scores.
So I'm going to... No. We always give two-parters a single score, not one per episode. So these are temporary scores. This is the biggest plot twist of this fucking podcast.
Right.
Is next week, this score doesn't matter.
Right.
We give a score for both episodes next week.
Okay.
Talk about a game changer. Let's move into Upgrade or Delete because some people are throwing out some straight fire in the comments, and I think that will give us some good opinions and will maybe make us make sense of our own thoughts, feelings, and emotions for this episode, okay? Sure. So this is the segment where we get your reviews and we tell you they're good, we tell you they're bad, or we tell you they're shit. Connor's throwing me because he just changed.
I forgot you press a button.
I need to press a button here.
I'm sorry.
And Connor has taken this button and thrown it in the fucking bin.
I forgot
it's time for Upgrade or Delete.
Upgrade in progress.
The chaos that the soundboard has brought to us sometimes where shit is just like
I guess
we're still trying to make our way through the menus. Let's get straight into some fan thoughts. Arlo Lack. This is my favorite one. My favorite one we've ever had.
Yeah.
Arlo Lack says, I'll admit I was off an edible, but I enjoyed the finale. It seemed like there wasn't much plot though.
He was on an edible?
Just straight up just on an edible.
Good on him.
Yeah, get that shit. Let's upgrade that.
At least he's honest.
Dylan says, I just don't care. Yes. Connor's like, but I do care.
But I do care now.
That's okay.
Ah, God.
That's okay.
But I just don't care. I love that. All right.
Oscar Scott says, felt like I watched the first half of a good movie and then paused it for a week. Just too setup heavy, which I agree with. Like, I think this might work a lot better as a two-parter. You basically said this, and I think that's great that we get to adjust our scores once we have seen the full thing.
Yes.
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 But yeah, definitely heavy setup. I think it would be a little more easier to assess had we had just a bit more of the story and Sutek's motives to come.
Oh, yeah, that ending saves it.
And maybe we'll get into that very soon. Adam says, really loved it. First episode this season I watched in my home theater, and I could feel the tension building up to the reveal.
Yeah.
I say good for you.
I watched it I didn't watch it in my home theater, but I watched it in Aiden's home theater.
And it's great. You get that vibe.
It is great. It's
Good
really
vibes.
nice, yeah.
Especially when it's like, I don't know, when it's sort of new. So Adam's sitting in this sort of, I don't want to say new environment for Adam, but first time watching Who in the new episode of Who in a home theater, I think that'll be a cool experience.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Keith Go, or Gal, perhaps, says, what are you doing with these sound bites,
Silence,
mate?
girl.
Silence.
Fuck.
Oh, okay.
I can't read.
You can't. You have not done well.
Silence, girl. I'll just do it. Shit.
Keith says, I've enjoyed most of this season, and Don and Bubble way more than you have. But I agree with your discussion on the pod. This episode was lots of noise and no substance. It makes lots of references, but didn't really connect the dots. Fingers crossed the finale somehow brings it all together. And I think that's just like a thing. We have so many loose plots that still aren't quite connected, and it just feels quite messy. And I'm not saying that we should know all the answers and how these things connect right now.
Yeah.
It's just there's a lot going on. And I was sort of thinking today, do you think people are actually following the Miss Flood plotline? Like new audiences? Because she was in the Christmas special for 2 minutes, and then we don't see her until episode 4.
Yeah.
And by that point...
Very briefly.
It's very brief. And by that point, general audiences probably have forgotten that there was that whole... I mean, it was in a TARDIS before sequence, I think. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden she's in this episode for 90 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
And then within 30 seconds of that, she's gone all moody.
I think the only reason why people would recognize her again is because she was a big actress in EastEnders, I think. Mm-hmm. So I think they might be like, know her just as like an actress.
Maybe. But I think that just sums up...
I get the point, yeah.
There's a lot of threads, and some stuff is getting addressed well, but there is some stuff that it's like, how are we going to pull this all together?
Yeah, I really do hope we get an explanation for, why Susan Triad is all over the fucking world and the universe and Ruby's mum and stuff, and it needs to all come together.
I kind of have a feeling that it's just Sutek did that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, that's kind of annoying.
It'll be complete bullshit, mate.
Yeah.
Josie Black says, this episode should have been condensed down to just be the first 15 minutes. And then the rest of the episode would explore the villain and how they are affecting the lives of the people on Earth and other planets. Now, if we did this in 15 minutes, it would be very rushed. But I do think there's merit to the idea that it's a great cliffhanger at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
It really is. But I wouldn't be mad if we maybe spent the first half of the episode leading up to this.
Yes.
And then we can spend the next half leading up to Sutek's plan.
Right.
I just think, how cool would it be to be like, oh, Sutek's in this episode. Here's his plan. This is all the shit that's happening.
Yeah.
And like the synopsis for next week, right? I won't read the whole thing right now, but it starts with the Doctor has lost. That's how the start of the synopsis for next week starts. Has he lost? Like, we don't even know the plan by this point in the story.
That's a really good point, yeah.
I just think, I think structurally it would have been a lot better to do that.
Yeah, that's a good point. I kind of like that idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would have been good to, like, know the it was him, particularly if like people just already kind of knew it was him, and it's like we're just waiting for that reveal. And
they should have just re-edited it after they found out that people
just
realized.
re-edit it, just work around it.
Like it's actually just 7 episodes this season, and we've combined.
That would have been cool. Like
90 minutes.
I think that like I think as well. Like it's a lot to. It's 50 minutes this week, and it's a lot to. And it looks like a lot's going on, and I just hope that it can stick a landing well enough and answer the questions that we have. But I do think that we're going to be there's going to be still some stuff.
There's a lot to set up.
That's not going to be addressed.
Because they also really have to set up Sutekh as a genuine threat, which we've been told that. We need to see that right off the bat next week. It's like...
I'm evil. Will that do it for you?
Yes.
Yeah. He does look evil. Yes. Is he going to be a big doggy the whole time?
Fucking... Oh, man. I can't believe I missed the chance to say it. That's my last chance to say it.
I got that dog in me. Sutekh got that dog in him.
This episode had that fucking dog in it.
It did have
that dog. This episode had a big dog.
It had the big
fucking
dog.
Barking. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, whoa, I'm Egyptian. I'm the god of death. Is he going to be like that the whole time?
I hope so. I hope the doctor's like, Sutekh, what's your plan? And he goes, whoa.
I'm Sutekh, the god of death.
Don't you
want to see the original square triangle head?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's so dumb if he's a fucking big doggy the whole time. But fuck, this episode's got a dog in it.
It does. It does.
Fucking
you love that it has that dog in it.
Big dog in it.
Yeah.
And I got a big dog in me. So I like this episode.
Is that why you like it?
I like this a lot because it's got a dog in it.
You had a change of heart because of that dog in it.
It's got a fucking dog in it, mate. I'm wagging my tail just like that fucker is. Sean Griffith says, I really enjoyed it. I did feel like they were building up to a unit spin-off show.
I hope so.
Yeah, I feel like
Yes.
I kind of on first watch didn't feel like that, and I read that comment and I went, huh?
What are you, nuts?
And then I sort of was sat there thinking like, yeah, they're kind of giving Gabriel some lines. We now got Morris.
Yeah.
Maybe Shirley will be back.
Yeah.
They'll be competing
Harriet will
for
not
roles.
be possessed forever.
Oh, Big Hazard's surely going to die.
You think so?
Hazard is Harbinger. I don't think Hazard is a person.
So she was already set up just to be like...
She's a fucking minion, mate.
I see.
She's part of the plan.
I see.
She's a schemmy, a naughty lady.
How the fuck did she get into unit?
Just plot,
qualifications?
Mate. Just plot.
Qualifications and shit?
Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. There's a really CGI shot of her in the TARDIS in the trailer.
Ugh.
And it looks so bad. But that's okay. I don't know. I feel like that's a shot that, and I get it sometimes... Maybe the budget gets stretched thin, time, whatever. You don't have time to get this shot finalized.
Why put it in the trailer then?
I just think you don't put it in the trailer.
Yeah, it's the first shot, isn't it?
It's weird as well because it's such a dark shot. And usually with bad CGI, you can kind of pull it off with dark sequences because it's quite easy to hide bad CGI with dark sequences. But it just looks quite bad. But hey,
I thought it was the fucking 14th Doctor at the first.
Yeah,
with the vest.
Yeah. Someone put, is this Susan?
No. Someone said that.
Sarah Glover. It's like Russell watched every theory video from the last 6 months and then wrote the script.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. There's so much. I hate, and I'll get into this in a second over here. I hate that we spent so much time on this fucking Susan Foreman plot.
Yes.
Which... You know, hopefully...
It's totally going somewhere.
Susan has to be in Empire of Death. Otherwise, this is shit.
Like, I think that's the whole
This is a
monk
fucking
thing.
smelly-ass poo. If Susan's not in Empire of Death, this shit smells...
It will be, man. That's when he's wearing the monk shit.
Why?
He's wearing, like, the hood.
Why is he wearing a monk?
I reckon Susan's just, like, fucking chilling on
just
some,
on a monastery?
Rock or something. Yeah.
Just sitting on a rock?
I reckon that's exactly where she'd be.
He's like, I know where she is.
She's kind of like, you know, Luke Skywalker goes to like Tatooine, the Hideaway. It's kind of like that. There's way too much setup. What?
I just love Susan just on a rock.
Yeah, she's on a rock, man.
I think the Doctor gives Susan his
what
Sonic,
you doing?
and then Susan grabs it and just throws it over her shoulder.
Oh, what a great way to start a movie.
God.
Someone should do that.
They should do that.
That won't annoy anybody, will it?
But yeah, big yes to that one, Cesar.
Saz.
Joshua Dales wrote a really good comment. It was quite long, so I've just cut it down, taking away 3 more points here. First, overcrowded episode, too many characters. 100% agree.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I get maybe they wanted to put Rose in there.
Why is Rose there?
For a unit spin-off, maybe she can be a part of it or something. That's the vibe. Doesn't work in this episode. Let's not do that. Let's not chuck characters in there just for the sake of having 4 fucking lines. Especially like a kind of important character like Rose. She's the daughter of a legacy character, I'd say, and it just feels a bit odd.
They also save their skin by saying like, oh, they don't let me do any like main jobs. They just make me go after like shoplifters.
Did you notice the dialogue gets weird there? It sounds weird.
Is it ADR?
I'm not sure, but it goes surround sound as it goes past you, but it just sounds weird as
I know some ADR at one point, but not then.
Anyways, Joshua also says, wasted too much time on the Is That My Susan subplot, which we already sort of spoke about. Wouldn't it have been more interesting? This is the fucking best shit ever. Wouldn't it be more interesting to have had the Doctor investigate Susan's dream for the whole episode? Imagine. You know how I've been crying out how what I struggle with in this episode is it's just kind of a rehash of the plots we've already had without necessarily advancing them to the last 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The best finales, I think, all have a plot of their own that then connects to the series arc.
Yes.
Imagine if it was just like this lady's having bad dreams. And then maybe midway through the episode, it's like, oh shit, the dreams that she's dreaming of are of fucking Susan Twist on the hills hiking on a space station with babies. And then you can get the ball rolling. And like, I just think there's way more interesting ways to tell the story that they were telling.
I think that's a fair point. There is more interesting ways of doing it. I also think like it kind of makes me laugh that the Doctor doesn't. The Doctor would know if there's a Time Lord on Earth.
Oh yeah,
we literally have fucking scenes of him knowing the Masters on Earth because
he feels it.
He feels it. Yeah, it's like he would know. I was thinking when we were watching it that it might have been the is it the chameleon? The watch, the fob watch.
Yeah, I thought
because it hides the scent of a Time Lord. I thought, are we doing this again? And it is Susan, but no, he didn't go down that path.
Do you think? Sorry, just very quickly here. Do you think someone pulled up that there's an obvious line there where the Doctor says we change our face sometimes to help us when we're dying? Or when we need to hide.
Yeah.
And then Miss Flood's first line when she walks into Ruby Sunday's apartment is, oh, you know me, I'm always hiding away. Or something. She literally quotes exactly what the Doctor says.
Yeah.
Do you think that's intentional or coincidence?
Yeah, and also
there's no such thing as
Carla says Mrs. F. Foreman.
I think that's bullshit. I think that's just them being buddy.
We're onto something here.
No,
but why would they? Why would they would never recast Caroline Ann Ford.
And I saw people saying like, oh, it would be so silly if Susan Twist was playing fucking Susan Foreman. Yeah. And it's like, not necessarily, because you could have her like, there's ways to write her degenerating. Like
we literally saw a fucking Doctor degenerate.
As long as you see Caroline Ford at some point, just maybe it's one of those things where Caroline Ford will sort of like, you know, I don't want to come back for a whole episode. I'll come back for some scenes. So I think there's a chance that we could see something like that happen.
She's on a rock, mate.
Huh? She's on a fucking rock.
She's on a rock, mate.
She's on a rock. Doug.
Yes.
Doug says, better than I expected, but the bar is pretty low for me. What do I know? I'm a boomer, not a zoomer.
I love Doug. I love Doug.
Doug is the biggest boomer out.
And he admits it.
He's a funny fucker.
He is a funny fucker.
Doug, you do so well in the comments for someone, because he said he watched like Hartnell Live, right?
Yeah, he's been watching it since the beginning.
How are you talking like us fucking Zoomer brain millennials, mate? You're doing God's work out there.
He tunes in on every live stream. Like my parents would never know how to do like even comment on like a live stream.
Doug's the god of banter.
The god of banter.
The god of banter. That. Very self-aware.
The tricksters, the god of tricks.
James Tomlin, last one for today, okay?
Jamesy boy, bringing it home, baby.
It's like a positive vibe one to end on here, okay?
All right.
Only discovered the pod this season and don't think I've agreed with you at all once. But
stop watching then. No.
But loving 50% regardless.
Oh, thank you.
This was the first episode I watched at midnight and so glad we chose to do it for this one. Sitting in the dark, watching it was the closest I felt to being 9 years old watching Who for the first time since 2005. I really think this is the episode that will foster a lifelong love for the show in a generation of kids. And I think once again, we're talking about, I think the best thing about Doctor Who is when you have stories that you attach to
Science
those
fiction stories.
viewing experiences. Like we were saying with Adam watching it in his home theater. See, I set that up earlier on, so this one kind of connects. This is fucking storytelling here, right?
Look at you guys.
That's me, you know. And I think, you know, I can't wait to watch this finale with you.
Thank you.
It's going to be really exciting.
It's going to be a moment.
It's going to be a moment. You did that way better than I did. Sorry for butchering it.
That's all right.
And I'm glad that we've watched all these together, other than Rogue. But I think that was a nice... Sick. I think when we missed watching Rogue together, it was a nice, like...
Well, you had that time with your dad as well.
It was nice to, like, break the cycle. You
watched it with your dad as well. That's a memory.
That's a story, man.
It's going to be a moment. Look, I really hope you like it. I really hope you... I know you probably won't change your mind completely on the episode with... Why do you keep doing that?
I've got smudges on my glasses, and they really annoy me. I'm really OCD with that.
Do you have one of those, like... things that come with your glasses? I feel like, you know, the wipers.
Lens cleaner.
Yeah, do you still have yours?
Yeah, I'd use it all the time.
I feel like I always lose them.
I need windscreen wipers on my glasses.
Do you think that, I know like you're not going to change your opinion massively, but do you think like if we get like a killer part 2 that really makes you possibly appreciate maybe part 1 a little bit more, do you think we'll see that?
Yeah, I'm not going to make any assumptions yet. I think there's a chance, yeah.
Cool.
Question without notice.
Assume it makes an ass out of you and I.
Just as we start to move on to Empire of Death.
Yes.
Question without notice.
Yes.
What type of drink do you think Sutekh, that dog, would like to drink?
Blood.
Blood?
Yeah, why?
I was going to say chalky milk.
Why?
I was just thinking about it today.
What a weird thing to think about.
I just thought, what does my boy want to drink? You know, you leave like biscuits and fucking carrots and milk out for Santa?
Yes.
What would I leave out for Sutekh?
Blood.
Chalky milk.
He's the god of death.
Likes chalky milk.
So is he homies with like the Toy Maker and Maestro
besties.
And the Trickster?
Yeah.
Oh, surely a Trickster cameo. Oh. Do you know what I'd love if they got like Neil Patrick Harris to like film a quick scene in like a green screen that they could use?
Well, like Clara Oswald at the end of Twice Upon a Time.
Well, you know they can do it better than
My
that.
legions have arrived.
Do you know what I mean though? Like just quickly. They could have easily just done something quickly and just been like, we'll use it later and get one for Maestro, the Trickster can rock back up.
That'd be cool.
If Russell's kind of smart for mentioning the Trickster, do you think that he knew people would think it was the Trickster? Because of...
I think he just fucking loves the Trickster.
Yeah, me too.
The Twixter.
Twixter.
The Twixter.
I'd love to see the Trickster come back.
Loves Twixers.
I get it.
Do you like Twixers?
They're not my go-to.
They're very good though.
I'm more of a Mars guy.
Mars is good. Twix is better.
That shit, I can eat like a lot of Marses.
Do you know what's the weirdest but also like really nice chocolate that's come out recently?
What?
And I'm not really a chocoholic. I do like a chocky.
That's right. Remember when you ate all those Jaffa cakes? That's such an old joke for the pod. If someone remembers that, that's some years ago.
I'm bad with Jaffa cakes, okay?
Yep.
There's, you know, like the chunky Kit Kats they do?
Yes.
Fucking Milo one.
Oh, okay.
A Milo flavored one.
I like the cookie dough chunky Kit Kats. I'm a cookie dough simp.
I just the basic chunky Kit Kat.
Yeah, they're good. They're go-to.
That's so much better than a standard Kit Kat.
I never go for a standard Kit Kat.
No,
I always go for the chunky
If you
ones.
like a standard Kit Kat,
dumb. Honestly, a morning coffee and a chunky Kit Kat.
I can't say I've ever done that.
Really?
I'm not a chocolate in the morning guy unless it's an advent calendar.
Man, look at me. I'm just such a fat ass.
Just a fat ass.
Or a donut.
What do you have for breakfast, Connor? Chalky milk and
I don't really eat
Kit Kat
breakfast.
Yeah, but you do have the cookie dough Kit Kat in the morning.
The cookie dough Kit Kat. I'm being shamed right now.
No, I'm just
being shamed by my own co-host.
I'm taking the piss.
My poor coffee addiction. I love coffee.
I love coffee. 2 a day?
Nah. Because I feel like I'm getting a bit silly with it. I mean, I might have to start drinking like decaf tea.
And you've had problems with caffeine in the past as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
probably a good
Some
call.
things you don't forget. Hey, you remember my caffeine addiction? I do, and I've kind of relapsed on that a bit. Yeah,
You've gone crazy. Well, there's worse things in life to relapse on.
I know, but it's not good. It's
no,
really bad for your liver.
Oh, really?
I've been going back to the energy drinks, and I need to quit.
Oh, I'm not an energy drink guy.
I am.
Yeah,
I love a Red Bull. They're so expensive. A large Red Bull's like $6.50. It's like daylight robbery. It's nearly $7. It's like a MIDI.
Mm.
Well, I've ever bought a MIDI. It's a waste of money.
Shall we get on to previewing Empire
I'd love to.
of Death?
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, bro.
Are you?
Yeah,
No.
of course. Empire of Death. That's the sound of death. The kiss of death. The Doctor has lost. Has he? His
According to
ageless,
Aiden, he's not.
his ageless enemy reigns supreme. Does he? And a shadow is falling over creation. That's what the big cloud was.
Oh, I get it now.
Nothing can stop the devastation except, perhaps, one woman. Now, Connor, let me ask you this question without notice.
Yeah.
We've got like 3 options here, I guess.
Yeah.
3 options here. Who is that one woman?
Yeah.
Is it A, Ruby Sunday? Is it B, Mrs. Flood?
Uh-huh.
Is it, we got so many options here. Is it C, Susan Foreman?
Yeah.
Is it D, Susan Twist?
Yeah.
And is it E, Ruby's mum? Is it F, Clara Oswald? Because this sounds like something Clara Oswald would do.
I was going to say Cherry Sunday.
Exhibit.
She's
F.
a bench warmer.
Yeah, she's the emergency sub.
Yeah, the emergency sub. God, I don't know. That's a good question.
Who's the one woman? That's the biggest mystery of them all.
It's got to be Ruby's mom, because she's not pointing at the Doctor. She's pointing at the TARDIS, and because she knows the Sutek's on it. She's not pointing at the Doc. She's pointing at Sutek. She's protecting them. I think. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I think it's Ruby. I think Russell's wise enough to give Ruby some good screen time. I just hope he fucking does.
Particularly since she's going to be probably going after this.
54 minutes long, Connor. Do you approve? I know you get funny about run times.
We need it.
You like 54?
Well, there's a lot to accomplish, isn't there?
It's not 90 minutes though. It's not Power of the Doctor length.
No, it's not.
Nothing's good if it's not Power of the Doctor length.
Well, I think we can fit it all in. I think we can do it justice.
How are they going to fit the Matt Smith cameo?
We'll find time.
Fine time.
It's a fine day and fine time.
Are you just subtly saying you're racist?
I think Ruby's going to have a good time in this episode and a fun day, and that will wrap up her character quite well.
In fine time,
because we know at least, not spoiling anything, that we're gonna have a new companion next season. Okay, at least joining for a little bit would be Ruby. I don't think she'll be there the whole time. So this will probably be like the wrap up of most of her story.
So that new companion is Verada Sethu, who we saw in Boom, playing who's supposed to be another character from what we heard.
Yeah, it's a different character.
As what Russell has said. Can I have a theory here?
Yeah.
Theory without notice.
Yeah.
At the end of this episode, the Doctor goes and sees Susan.
Yes.
Maybe Susan's in a bit more of this episode than we think. You know? Mm-hmm. Susan fucking dies or some shit.
Yes.
Gets shot. Regenerates into Verada Sethu.
This is so stupid.
And then Verada Sethu, the Doc and Ruby Sunday, they go on fucking adventures across the universe.
Yeah, all right. I can kind of see some dumb shit like that happening.
Yeah.
But
I call it yum shit, not dumb shit.
You know what I'm keen for this episode? It looks like they're just kind of like, there's that line where it's like into the vortex. I love that. Like, I'm excited to like.
Good hype.
It seems like it's like I would love like a race through time to try and stop.
We're going to rock through time.
We're going to rock through time, but back to the pyramid where Sutek was. I assume they're going there.
Yeah, I want some more pyramids and shit.
Have you seen the clips and stuff?
I saw like a 10-second one from Unleashed that was just fucking Lenny Rush getting guns out of his.
They released a clip with Mel and the Doctor on the Vespa.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, that wasn't the best clip in the world.
Yeah,
it starts with Mel going, "There's nothing we can do except fight." Oh, fucking hell, Russ! Come on, mate, you're better than that.
It's funny.
You can't be riding that shit.
It generally looks like. What I don't like is I would hate like at the end, just like with a switch of a button, all that was destroyed, like the sand goes backwards. Like, because it's literally fucking going through London and destroying it.
Yeah.
And unless you're going to do like some huge thing here, It's like a pretty insane thing that they're just it's going through London and destroy and everything. By the way, I guarantee you know, the Vesper's like not going fast enough. I guarantee you the Doctor Sonics it and they go just like gadget. Yeah.
It'll either go gadget, poof,
Yeah.
or they'll go down a dead end. There's a skyscraper,
Or they
and they'll go, "What are we gonna do?" And the Doctor will go, "Didn't you hear me say anti-grav?" Dun 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 dun.
I drove this in the anti-grav Olympics.
Dun, dun, dun,
I
dun,
came last.
Dun, 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 dun. Yep, Bells of St. John reference. We did that on the soundbar.
Russell did say that you should watch Bells before watching Legend of Ruby Sunday. Is it because there's a tower in it? What was the reference there?
Motorbike.
Oh, come on. Maybe it was.
Motorbike.
That's stupid.
He said it has joined the long list or the short list of motorbike sequences in Doctor Who.
When do you think the memory TARDIS will play a part?
Halfway through the episode.
So we see Mel and Ruby in it.
Yeah. My hope is that the episode goes a bit crazy at the start. Let's get some action. Let's see what Sutek wants to do. Excuse me.
He's the god of death.
Let's just see him dishing out some death, though, is what I'm saying, you know. Which it looks like by the clip we'll get. I can assume that the episode starts with the Doctor and Mel escaping the where they just were from the live broadcast. And like the sound and stuff chasing them. I assume that's like sort of the opening-ish sequence.
Yeah.
Especially considering it's a clip that they've released. I hope we get to see a bit of that. I hope we get to see a bit of Sutek doing that stuff, you know. And I don't just mean people shooting at Big Doggy on the TARDIS. I mean, like, let's see fucking Big Doggy going, and I kill you, and I kill you, and I kill you. You know what I'm saying?
I do think like we need some emotion behind it and actual stakes.
Yeah,
which I feel like we haven't had. Yeah, it just feels like, what's at stake here? Especially saying like the Doctor's lost. It's like, I really would like to see.
He's in London, mate.
He's in London. It's a place for lost souls.
I just meant he's not lost. He's in London.
I see.
I found him.
But there's also a picture of Mrs. Flood holding Cherry's hand. So it's kind of weird. It's like after what we saw the last scene with them in, it's like then she's like sort of comforting her. I think this is a misdirect with Mrs. Flood. I think she's.
I agree.
But why is she talking to she spoke to the camera again?
I don't know. Maybe she's like the god of kindness.
Ah.
Or something. She's out to save the day.
Why should he got a whistle? The Doctor got a whistle.
Because he's got to blow his whistle, baby, whistle, baby.
There's a reason why there's a whistle.
And he'll show you how to do it.
How'd you get a dog to come back to you? You whistle.
Oh, I like that.
They got that dog in it.
I was so tech.
It's me, the Doctor.
You go, oh,
a wooga.
A shruggy.
A waggy.
Waggy woo.
I'm keen for this to end like a Ruby arc. I want Christmas just to be like fun and a kind of standalone adventure that doesn't really connect to anything.
I agree, but more importantly, do you remember when we saw Scooby-Doo? Like the real person that plays Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
Just walk past him.
Yes, I do remember that. I said hello.
Waiting to interview Michelle Gomez with Crispy Pro.
He's going back this year.
And fucking Scooby-Doo just walked past and we went, "G'day, mate." And he went, "Oh."
No, he did not. He just said hi.
He went, "Hello."
No, he did not. He did not. He just said hello.
Can we get him to voice Sutek?
We can try. Remember when you saw someone you were too scared to say hello?
Oh yeah.
If we go this year, I wouldn't mind just going backstage. And there's someone going who was in The Sopranos. I don't know if I'd pay.
Not Scooby-Doo.
I'd just be like, all right.
Oh.
It would just be cool to see someone who like acted with James Gandolfini.
That guy.
Yeah, that dog.
That dog. Okay, usual suspects here on the cast list. We've got Shooty Mills, Gemma Redgrave, Bonnie Langford. I said the usual suspects. That's fucking a sick list already.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's what we had last week, but it's just like...
It's a really good lineup.
I think we've known about this for a while, and we sort of forget how special it is.
Don't you think you're being a little bit harsh, Aidan Green?
Well, like, you know, even at the end of Moffat's era and into early Chibnall era, we were begging for like, let's bring some old faces back. Like we want Doctor Who's great when it finds that balance of doing new but also bringing in old, because I think it's important that we have series like Series 11 every now and then. But then it's also important that we have episodes like The Power of the Doctor.
And bringing back old companions.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's awesome that we have fucking Kate and Mel, which is awesome. And as much, like it is cool that Yasmin Finney's there, although it's kind of pointless, you know. And I like that we got Lenny Rush there. Colonel Abraham's back. Miss Flood's there, of course. Carla, Cherry, the fucking Vlinks, mate. What is he doing here?
Do you know what's so stupid as well? It's like, do you really like why? There's no way the Doctor would never like go to the noble household and be like, Doc, you need to help me. It's just so dumb.
No matter
no matter what you say and what you do,
I think that people are like, you know, we shouldn't have to address Where's 14 every time that a big world-ending threat happens.
Why do you do it then?
I kind of disagree. And the thing is, I don't want them to have to address 14, but I think it's bollocks if they don't. Do you know what I mean?
Was it you or Danny sent that meme where it was just it was like Rose goes home and then they're like, "What? How was your day, Spears?" It's like, "Yeah, Sutek returned." It's the Doctor with the jaw. And he's like, "Who returned?" It's like it's so silly. It's like he would surely.
I think, you know, a lot of people will criticize the Timeless Child having multiple Doctors flying around, possible to save the day. I think this is just as bonkers. This is. I think even worse because
he's there.
Time and the universe is massive. They could be anywhere in that. The 14th Doctor is literally on Earth in London. Maybe every now and then he's in Barcelona, but I think
with a TARDIS. Yeah. And at first when I was watching the Google, I was like, oh, maybe he's like, it does kind of imply that he's retired, but he's going to fucking Mars with Rose.
Yeah. And the thing
is, which is ridiculous because the last time he went there with that face, he created the most insane paradox.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I get it. He's in therapy.
You get it.
He's got to put himself first. But you're telling me
this is Sutek.
When thousands of people are being turned to sand and destroyed in London, that should not be an exception for him to go, maybe just for today I put myself on the back burner and I go and help these.
Do you think he will be in it?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Are you sure?
Oh, sorry. Yes, I'm sure.
Look,
if he's in it, I'm done.
It is silly that
I'll do the entire podcast in sign language next week if he's in it. Don't even know how to do it, but I'll learn.
It's silly that he's there and not going to do anything.
Lazy.
And also, I feel like Shitty would be like, "How's your mum?" and stuff. I think there's a line that's like, "How's your uncle?"
Yeah,
but it's so quick. I haven't noticed it.
We are having troubles here. Okay, all right. Let's rattle through these. Connor, can you get that crystal ball for the last time this series, mate?
Until Christmas.
I'll never understand your crystal ball hand movements.
Yeah, baby.
But they do things to me.
Everyone do the crystal ball. Oh.
Everyone do the crystal ball.
Yeah.
Everyone do the Bojack. Okay, Connor. I want simple answers.
Yeah.
Actually, this first question isn't really a simple answer, but I want you to predict. Give me some answers, just top of your head, super quick shit, okay?
Yeah.
What is Sutek's plan?
He's the god of death to destroy everything in his path.
It's kind of boring, though, isn't it?
Very boring.
For him just to be like, I will destroy everything.
Yeah, but we've been watching the show for 19 years. We've seen a gazillion finals. Yeah. There's only so much you can do.
Especially, like, Russell just loves, like, the reality bomb.
Yes. Activate the reality bomb. That's my Julian Bleach impression.
Who is Ruby's mum?
I don't have the fucking faintest idea. I think it might just be some woman.
I think that'd be great.
Just some actress, maybe. No one knows.
Yeah, I'd love it if it was a random person.
I think the whole idea that she's evil was completely ruled out because she's pointing at the TARDIS where Sutek is, and she's, I think, protecting Ruby.
But
what?
The Devil's Cord scene, Sutek, Ruby is being like held up in the sky and all the
Yeah.
music's like,
it kind of is the Christmas series, by the way. It's Mr. Robot Series 4.
Yeah.
The Christmas series. Yeah. There's a hidden
Jinx Monsoon
song in her.
Jinx Monsoon is like, she's so powerful, I can't.
There's a hidden song in her. I love the way she says that.
And she's like, they're like the fucking
Links.
no, the Jinx.
Yeah, dude.
That old mate, fucking the one who waits, was there that night. So what does the one who waits have to do?
Does she say that he was there?
I think so. Yeah, I think they say like the one who waits was there, or something.
The one who waits is almost here.
Maybe we should we watch the scene and just fact check?
You can if you want, but I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen.
Hold that thought.
The one who waits is almost here.
How could a song have so much power? And power like him? Like who? The oldest one? On the night of her birth. He can't have been there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
The oldest one.
So that is
can't have been
Sutek.
there. I assume so. Surely we don't have another ominous figure going on.
Yeah, do you know, I did see the Doctor Who official. I didn't watch it. I saw a clip and it's like, what if there's more? I'm like, do they know something that we don't? And they're kind of hinting it.
Well, maybe we have more gods?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind like scrap of the gods,
What
mate.
if Sutek was just like, it was just like the start of
Yeah.
something?
Maybe Miss Flood is the trickster.
Maybe. I would love to see the Trickster rock up.
That'd be kind of a cool twist if Miss Flood's the trickster. Makes no sense. But like,
Don't you remember me?
But
from
like-
Bannerman Road.
how the grin on my face if Miss Flood just like turns to Cherry and is like,
I'd
with,
love
like
that.
trickster face. I would be fucking thumping my
Will you be
fist
Richard
in the air.
Grant?
Oh,
cheered.
bro, I cheered. I clapped. All right,
Cried.
let's do this real quick, okay? Yes or no? Will Susan Foreman be in the episode?
Yeah.
Who is Miss Flood?
I don't know.
The trickster. Will the 14th Doctor make an appearance?
Yeah.
Will anyone die?
Yeah.
Main characters?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know. I reckon maybe like Carla or something.
You think Carl is going to
I
cark
don't know.
it?
I don't know who's going to bite it.
Cark and Carl, mate.
I hope it's not someone like Lenny Rush or something. I feel like
They're not
I feel
gonna
like they
kill
could be.
Lena.
Yeah, but they go for a unit science officers like they're dropping like flies.
Yeah, but I will just get Shirley back.
yeah.
We'll get Jai Jello back.
Do you reckon there'll be a scene with her like rocket launchers like firing her Sutek? She'll like come in late and she's like, "Fuck you!
You called!
You called!" And Sutek runs away like, "Oh, please don't be a dog the whole time." Can that be a question? Is he gonna be the dog the whole time?
Oh,
No.
fuck me if he is. Oh, Russ, I've got to have some words, brother.
Yeah.
Brother, don't do that. Don't do it.
I'm gonna kind of miss the preview pods, even though they're a bitch to do on a Monday night. But
Well, I think they're more like what our normal podcasts are like, where we kind of go off topic and
I'm looking forward to going back to like reviewing series soon. I can talk about like what we watched. I love.
I
all
know
that stuff.
it's less stressful, isn't it?
I miss that.
Yeah, I've been thinking about
And
that.
only like 100 people tune in. It's fun.
It's great. Yeah, when
How views drop
when
like
we have 10% of our listenership.
Yeah, they just drop.
Well, hopefully you guys stick around because we get unhinged. We still talk about Doctor Who, but we have a bit of fun and we talk about other little things here and there. I think if you like the dynamic we bring to this and you still want to watch more Doctor Who stuff after the show's finished, but you kind of need a little bit of a break from Doctor Who, I think we're your pod, you know?
Yeah, and we do also like to talk about other stuff as well.
That's exactly right.
Yeah,
Cocaine, chalky milk, dogs,
yeah. We go through some interesting topics.
the Fremantle Football Club.
Oh, for Christ's sake! Yeah.
That's our fucking show.
Till
we will
Saturday.
be back for the finale on Saturday.
Hopefully it's
reviewing
good.
Empire of the Motherfucking Death.
And I'll be doing a special live stream this Friday or wherever you are, probably Thursday evening for some people, Thursday morning. It'll be the final live stream for this series and it'll be fun.
I'm dancing.
Somebody stop him.
Someone stop me. It's the finale. Yeah, this is kind of cringe.
You're doing like the Doctor when
The David Tennant
the
in season
Cassandra.
2?
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I'm feeling it. Yeah.
nice rare bumper.
Oh, I'm Cassandra. Oh,
George Costanza.
oh, Miss Flood is Cassandra. I don't know what this voice is. Moisturize me, baby. What if she turns around to fucking Cherry and she's like, moisturize me?
It's like, did you miss me? But moisturize me. Moisturize me, baby.
It's Agents. And Connor's hold on, the camera's cut out. Just bear with me for 2 seconds.
Cast. They're doing Doctor Who reviews. I can't stop once I got going. Speed body board like a bird on the wing.
Let's go, Zayden's and Connor's podcast. We're doing Doctor Who previews
on the last time. Doctor Who reviews. Last time? It's all you haven't told me.
Last time till December when we do Joy to the World, Joy to the World.
Oh, he's
Joy to the World.
It really is the Christmas series.
Moffat's back.
Probably for the last time. That's his 50th episode.
Is he gonna die?
Wild. I think he's done more than anyone else.
He'll be back.
I hope so.
He'll be back.
I feel like it's not worth living in a world without Moffat writing Who.
I spent the last 2 years going, Moffat's not coming back, and then he came back. So you know what I'm going to say? Moffat's going to be back.
I really hope so.
And then he won't be back.
Yeah, maybe not.
God damn.
I consider he's free.
Enjoy the finale. Hug your loved ones. Get them round close. Make an experience out of it. Go to the cinema and watch it if you can.
Yeah.
We bloody love this show. And so, yeah.
It can be a little bit negative sometimes.
Let's love the finale. Maybe it'll be shit, but let's do it with our friends, all right?
Let's walk into this darkness together.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Yeah.
Till Saturday.
Yes. You know what? Do you ever feel like you're not done with the pod?
Yeah, man.
Like you still feel like you got more to give at the end?
Yeah, I sometimes feel like it's like you need like an after show.
Yeah, we would just get fucked up.
Yeah, I'd love that.
I think we're not doing
I haven't gotten drunk with you on the show in a while.
Nah.
Actually.
Well, it's been a bit, I'm not living at home, and so
yeah.
And the
studio Saturday mornings.
The studio's at my family home, so yeah, we're driving every time we come, so it's
yeah. I'm looking forward to like. There's been some episodes where I've been a bit like groggy. It's just fun.
Yeah, we gotta get fucked up.
Yeah, I'm keen for a Thursday, like groggy.
Yeah, let's get a bit groggy on a Thursday. Groggy. Yeah, reviewing like fucking the Space Pirates or some shit.
Isn't the next episode of series 2 the one
that's
you hate?
Complete different serial. No, next episode we're doing is the Dalek Invasion of Earth.
Oh. I thought it was the
No, we got a bit of time before I start having dark thoughts about this podcast.
Yeah, when you get to rewatch it.
Oh, bro, that day, fuck.
I'm keen.
Fuck.
Very keen.
I don't have enough dogs in me for that, man.
Sutek.
I've given all my dogs to Sutek.
Yeah, me too.
I don't. No
Never
more
owned
dogs.
a dog, not once.
I got a dog. He's called Fred.
I mean, that's a reference.
He's not dead.
Sutek is alive. He's not dead. He's a dog.
Got a dog in it.
I hate that episode.
Dog likes Jockey
Milk,
though.
The other day, I was like, if I don't ever watch Devil's Court again, I think I'd be okay.
I think that's harsh.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
You just shat on the last episode.
I don't give a fuck. I think Devil's Court's alright.
I just think it's kind of boring. Like, there's just something about it. It just bugs me a little bit.
I've got a dog. He's called
I hate
Fred.
that. I've never liked that.
I've got a motherfucking dog called
Fred.
Greg.